I am, of course, Christ. I am Disciple. You're watching my channel. If you like what you're seeing, just stay tuned, buckle up, and let's have a good time. Today is March the 25th, and it marks the 9th year since the debut of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice in theaters. And we want to take a little time to pay tribute to this movie by showing you guys fan art and concept art. Now, believe it or not, what you're looking at in front of you right now is fan art. A fan did this, not a professional in the industry. And I want to show you some more fan art. You can go up on Twitter where I posted up a lot of these fan art for you guys to see. I find this particularly spectacular with the lightning bolt silhouetting Superman with the laser eyes. All of this is fan art, by the way. I love the little "Who Will Win" down below there. Batman blocking Superman shot there. This is very, very striking. Yuan is the one that did this art. By the way, if you need the individual names of the people who did the art, I have some of them, but I just thought I would just feature the art in this case so you guys could have a look at it. It's really fantastic work by these fans. This is what you have. You can see the artist there, Theo Orlando. RubenChow.com. It's fantastic art. And, Batman v Superman is probably thematically and otherwise the most dense, most rich comic book movie of all time. It is a masterpiece of a comic book movie. I remember when I saw it in the cinemas for the first time. I went back and I saw it about 10 more times. And a lot of people didn't know what to make of it. A lot of people left the cinema not knowing how they felt about it because it was so revolutionary. It was so different. I really enjoyed it the first time. That's why I went back and watched it 10 times. This is the theatrical version, by the way. I liked how it was constructed. I liked that you had to think your way through it, sort of. I liked the horror aspects of it. I liked the slight comedy that was in there. I liked the drama that was there, the tension that was there, the intrigue, the thriller-like way how the movie presented. It was a conglomeration of so many different genres put into one film, and it's a very dense film. Not a film you can just take in just like that. You have to, because it's also a tragedy, right? It's all of these things. It's very Shakespearean. So, when I saw the film, some of the things it were very dramatic, like the nightmare scenes. Both nightmare scenes that Batfleck had, and it was simply amazing. By the way, here's the name right there, JT. JT is the guy that did this particular one. And it was a very dramatic film. It was a film that engrossed you, and I was so amazed by it. I got people, I recruited people to go see it. And of course, some people, the way I hyped it up, they thought it was this great movie. And then when they saw it, they got anticlimactic. One lady, she hated what happened, how Superman died in the end. But ultimately, in the end, this is a movie that'll make you think. You can't just, I mean, you just can't passively watch this movie. And it will evoke certain feelings. What I loved about the film, especially, was the fact that it not only made you feel some kind of way about the movie, but it also uh, propelled you, compelled you to. You couldn't leave that movie the same way you came. It's an extremely controversial movie to this day. People still debate that movie. I think it's the most debated comic book movie of all time. And Joker's pretty controversial, but I don't know of any comic book movie that's as controversial as this one. I think because of how big the heroes are as well. They're so well known characters. I love this artwork for several different reasons. Showing you the complexities of these heroes and that they're not complete heroes either. Superman's still evolving. And Batman, as you can see here, he's sort of evolving himself. They're both on heroes' journeys. Love this. This is a poster type that was done. It's actually two different posters here that he just sort of interwove into one. But what I really like about it is the fact that you have one in the other. You see Batman and Superman here, and you see Superman and Batman. And I think that's really cool because if you look at the logo of Batman v Superman, you know, the heart of the bat is Superman's glyph, which is hope, one in the other. So I thought that was really, really cool what this artist did here. It's two separate posters. I think I have them separate somewhere. I mean, the amazing artwork that I see from these artists and the coloring and everything is just so amazing. These guys could pretty much do their own comic strips if they wanted to. There's the artist right there, Steel, JMC, HZ. I think three different people were involved in this. Now, this is not artwork. This is an actual, I think this is Prime Studios. And so this is more of an official thing. And Prime Studios here with Superman going up against Batman there. This is the official art of the film, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. So this is an official thing as well. This is not fan art. I think this is some concept art of actually from the movie. Batman smashing through a wall, attacking Superman here. This also is concept art from the art of the film. This here is Superman smashing down in the nightmare vision of apocalyptic future. This is Batman here crushing Superman through the. Now he in the movie he jumps on Superman and smashes him through the sort of roof window frames there. But here in the concept art, he's got his boot on his chest. And this is Batman confronting Doomsday, of course. Believe it or not, this is not concept art. This is actually fan art. That's how good the fans are. This is Robin Chow again. Shout out to Robin Chow. This is Meta Deviant Art, Moderna AAB Tumblr.com if you want to locate the person. This is just phenomenal. And this is again a fan who did this. This is phenomenal art. Now, there are actually separate versions of it. I'll show you in a minute. And this person subtly added in color to it as well. So, what I like about this, and it's something that's really awesome. Hold on a second. Let me get out of here. There's a guy next door who's just making a whole set of fucking noise because he's mowing or whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't care. That's a little asshole. Yeah. Okay. One of the cool things, I don't know if you guys notice it, maybe you do, but if you notice or you pay attention, Batman's in black and white shading with shades of gray. And that's the way how he sees justice. He sees justice in a black and white with some gray areas. That's how Batman sees justice. Very logical, very mechanical. But he also can vary, he can move into shades of gray as well. But if you look at Superman, you will see the hint of blue right here. See the shades of blue. You see the gold and the red, and its cape being red. And I think that has to do with humanity. The blue is humanity. The gold is the sun, from which he gets his power. And the red is like the blood or the life. And it just so happens the glyph is hope, right? So life inside of hope. I just look at these subtle things that they do. He also sees things in black and white, and he also sees things in shades of gray. But underlying everything that he does is the humanity of it. And I think that's something that I don't know if the artist was intending to do. By the way, the artist's name is Mijo. And boy, did he do a great job with these drawings. Look at this stuff. So Superman has the underlying everything that he does is humanity, his love for humanity, life, love for humanity. And I think that's the difference between Superman and Batman. Whereas Superman won't just, punish someone or go at someone, he may warn someone first, or he may look for ways to get that person to see their humanity and therefore tap into that. Batman's more mechanical. He's more about justice. He's pursuing justice. He really does not, it's not necessarily that he has an underlying love for humanity, so he would give mercy. He's not that merciful as Superman is. I just thought it was just beautiful. And here is another fan who actually copied off of the fan that you just saw. His name is Simra, March 2016. And he copies off of Mijo's stuff. Mijo's very clean with his stuff, by the way. And this is more of an amateur approach, but still there's some nice shading. And he replicates it and he puts the BvS symbol up above. Okay, this is even more gothic-ish like, and it seems to be the new 52, but it's a totally different version of it. So this man really went there. And you can see his insignia up there, if you guys can make it out. And fans did that. Mandalon did this. This is a beautiful abstract picture of Superman. You know, I like how you use the splash to get the vitality into the picture and so on. Again, beautiful stuff. Here it is again. But this time, this is a different artist. This comes from the comic. Well, this is a fan's drawing illustration of the comic, and this is some exceptionally good work. Obviously, they use a computer for this, but still. It looks like they repainted it. It's still. It looks like it came from the comic, but the artist repainted it and retextured it. I'm trying to remember what the name of the comic is. You guys know what the comic is, but I just can't remember it. If you guys remember, just leave a comment about it, if you so wish. This is concept art from BvS. BvS, the art behind the movie. This is the concept art. What is interesting to me, and I don't think a lot of you noticed, was there's the soldier there. There's a soldier here. Unlike in BvS, the movie, there wasn't a soldier. There's a soldier here helping to carry down Superman, which is kind of cool. When we think about it, Batman is like a hero. Lois Lane knows Clark Kent. Wonder Woman has not yet been fully introduced to Clark, but knows him as Kal-El. But the soldier, where'd that soldier come from? What would what's the context of that? I'm just curious. I don't know. What you guys think about that? What were they really? Will the soldier keep a secret? Does he know that Superman's Clark? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. By the way, the person who did that art is Yance, whatever his name is there. This is the concept artist. Here's some more concept art with Superman facing Doomsday. It looks like after Batman's bat plane or Batwing crashed. Oh, no, that's a car. Sorry, upside down. Okay, that's a car. So this probably is in Metropolis, and this is Superman looking at Doomsday here. Doomsday looks a little different. This is concept art. Here it is again, Superman facing Doomsday. This is concept art. This is the Trinity fighting Doomsday. Concept art again. Looks like Batman's about to drop a bomb on his head or something. He exploded a bomb on his head. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Wonder Woman has a sword drawn. Pretty crazy. This is Superman allowing the missile to blow up Doomsday. But really it blows up him as well. And we know he sustains tremendous damage. I believe this is a nuclear warhead as well. And then this concept art, again done by the same company, it looks like he's slamming him into the nuclear missile. He literally launched Doomsday into the nuclear missile, which is not how it was in BvS. Here's another close-up of the Trinity fighting Doomsday. Obviously, this is not the outfit that Wonder Woman usually has, but this is the concept art anyway. And this is fan art of the Trinity fighting Doomsday. You see there the kryptonite. It's Batman, Superman's coming in. Doomsday's blocked Superman's punch. Wonder Woman has him tied down. Oh, it looks like Batman's coming through with a spear or something. I don't know what he has in his hand. Yeah, looks like the kryptonite spear. So that's the fan art for that. This is what the fans think. Here is, I guess, the Trinity as they're about to face up with Doomsday. This is actually, I believe, this is actually fan art, I believe. I don't think it's concept art. It could be. I think it's fan art, where they put Batman this time in the center. In the movie, it was Wonder Woman who was in the center. They focus on Batman here. Here it is again. This time Wonder Woman has secured Doomsday. Superman is punching him. Batman's coming in from some other side. Here it is again. Superman punching Doomsday. Wonder Woman tying his hand down. Batman having the Kryptonian spear down below. Again, this is fan art. Mendel did this. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff all around. Here's some more fan art of BvS. This time they have Wonder Woman in there, which is pretty interesting. And you have all the facets of the thing. Superman saving Lois Lane. You can look at it tells a whole bunch of stories here. You know, Bruce Wayne fighting Superman. You have Lois Lane being saved by Superman. You have Wonder Woman and in the final showdown with Superman and Batman. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of information in there. It's pretty cool. You see you see Aquaman's trident in there, if you're paying attention. So it's very interesting. Here we have Batman and Superman fighting. A fan actually took the design and changed up the design a bit. It's pretty cool. And here we have just a beautiful, again, array of stuff there. This is tremendous. Look at this. This is the showdown. But they show you Wayne, it looks like Wayne Financial. So this is like the ruins and metropolis of Wayne Towers. Batman watching at Superman there. Here it is. You see the Batmobile in the background. You see Batman coming with the rain. Superman about to fight him. And it looks like there's a ship in the background. Is that a ship? A building with a ship or something. This one, this is the official Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. But you see the artist in the corner though. Yeah, this is great as well. I showed you a black and white version of this. This is the colored version. Really interesting art again. Very interesting art. I like this for several different reasons. The way how they put color into it, the red at least. So much stuff going on here. This false god false god in the background there. You've got the bat signal, you got the lightning, you got Batman's there. You see the grave of Batman's mother or father. You see the pillars where the Riddler has done his riddle thing. You see Superman walking there. All of this is fan art all the way here. Beautiful stuff. I love this. This is actually from the Dark Knight Returns. So they took the Dark Knight Returns Superman, they took the Dark Knight Returns, and they put it together here, which is beautiful. It was a tremendous inspiration for it. Again, some stuff from the Dark Knight Returns. Really great design by these fans. These fans really know how to do stuff. Look at this. Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. They changed up the symbol a little bit. See Batman on one side with in the mech suit, Superman with the red eyes. I love the kind of cuneiform style. Here they are in silhouettes. This is also tremendous. Again, a fan did this, and it looks really, really superb. More fan work. Different style. So Superman's called a false god. Joker mocks Batman. Oh, this is great. So they have Superman with the blazing eyes, like almost crashing out of Batman's face to execute justice on Doomsday. The design is by Leonard Paciarotti, Leo Arts. It's fantastic stuff. Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, May 26th. Look at this. This is great. You have Superman overarching everything, and then you have Batman inside of there. You see Superman symbol, the Batman symbol. You see the little bats on the sides there, but Batman's like in the shadow of the silhouette of Superman, which is so sick. Tell me, do you bleed? And this is Batman here coming towards Superman. Looks like the Dark Knight Returns Batman too. Here it is again. The post is made by Fusco Arnaud. This is really awesome. This is the capes of them draping towards each other. Batman versus Superman. Again, done by Lindsay Silvera at gmail.com. I saw the Silence of the Lambs sort of thing going on here. I think it's really cool. And here, formation of Batman, of Superman's symbol with birds. It looks like birds. They're not bats. It looks like birds here. And again, this looks like birds. It's like a collage of things going on here. Telling some of the story. And again, this is all fan art, by the way, people. This is all fan art. Everything you're watching right here is fan art. I love the lines to show that they're clashing with a lot of intensity. It reminds me of anime and manga. There it is again. Kyle. I'm not sure what the rest of his name is. This is really good work. Really good work. Here's Superman crushing Batman's suit. He's going to pick him up and probably punch him or push him through somewhere. Lightning's flashing in the background. This looks like anime or manga. Just the look at that. Oh man. It's very impressive. Here we are again. Yeah, this was done by Saputra AR. See the mark he makes on Superman's face from the blow he hit him with. Just tremendous right there. They took this from a comic and they put it together. I love it. It's fantastic. Again, Batman v Superman. Look at that. The world's finest. The artist's name is there. Really fantastic stuff, people. You saw this before. It's Batman punching Superman through a building or something. Has kryptonite on him. That's what you see in the green. Look at that. Different techniques as well they're using, which is really interesting. Okay, now this is from the official comic book that you're seeing here. Martin Zenchin. Martin Zenchin. All artwork. Good men will turn cruel. And there's the artist in the corner there. I want you to remember the one man who beat you. This is really good. This is really, really good. JPR after James Lee William. Really good work. Look at that. He's got the Kryptonian spear, and look, he has Superman's cape on there. It's kind of like when Superman has his helmet. In Zack Snyder's Justice League as a trophy. T.O. That's incredible. This is also very good. This is from the movie. There you go. That's more like it. That's clearer. That's the artist right there. Look at this. This is really good work. Wow. This looks like almost like a comic book style. Really good work again. Here is the same thing, this time with BvS Superman and BvS Batman. Very impressive. Mike DBL did this one. This is on. And that's because we're talking about Jim Lee. Jim Lee did this one. 2015. Oh my God, that's so good. That's the Jim Lee. Here is a fan doing it. His name right there, T-A-S. Taz. Superman, and you see Batman on the other side. Some more concept art. Lego Superman versus Lego Batman. A fan did this again. So cool. Oh, this is a different texture and everything. Look at that. You got the Doomsday, Lex Luthor. You got Wonder Woman, Aquaman. You got Batman. You got Superman. You see Superman there facing Batman, the Batmobile, the buildings. This was done by whatever his name is there. Oh yeah, look at this. The cubiform. Love it. Yeah, both of them watching Doomsday coming at them there. Ooh, that's so good. And black and white too. You got Batman facing off against Superman here. Fantastic stuff. This is the official original motion picture soundtrack by Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL. And this is what the cover of it looks like. This is also terrific. I really love this one. This one looks awesome as well. This is without color, black and white, Batman versus Superman. So it looks great, and you can see in the background there, Gotham Knight R.I.P. This is all fan-led, fan-driven. There's the Batmobile prominently in the foreground. This is it again. Beautiful stuff. This time it's animated. JTS Entertainment is the one that did this. So they did the DCAU version of these guys. Good stuff. Then DCAU version of Superman in the Nightmare sequence. Poster by DOX3. Fantastic. This is great. You can find this guy on deviantart.com. I don't know. Dark, it looks like Dark Bub is his name. It's good stuff, though. Some more good stuff. This is by Edwin Boyes. I don't know who this is, but it's got an insignia in there. Look at this. This is a different presentation. You see the different cities. So cool. Tell me, do you bleed? This is more of an amateur fan doing a picture, but we got it. We got it. This is also great. Look at this. And the kind of work that was put into that. The shading and coloring and so on. This is TD. If man won't kill God, the devil will do it. Wow. You know, I like art without AI because you know, even if with the imperfections and so on, you see the artist there. You know, there's a certain degree of personality that's given when something's done, you know, that's not AI. So many gifted artists out there. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham. Day versus night. There it is again. By A. Bowie. This was in 2014. Who will win? And they do the animated Batman and Superman. This is just great. Phoenix. This is Batman when he was kicking Superman into the window. And this was done by, not sure who. The art of Anat something. Not sure what his name is. This is really good work. Really, really good work. I like this. I think he'd be in the blue suit though, instead of the black suit. Today marks 9 years since the release of my favorite CBM, Batman v Superman. So if you have a few minutes, please check out this awesome deep dive into the themes of this great movie. You guys can check this out after. Snyder Cut Batman v Superman is deeper than you think. Right? So you guys go check that out. Audiences wanted a break from MCU's safe tone, and Deadpool and the Wolverine was a breath of fresh air, and now Daredevil Born Again is continuing that trend. This is from Screen Rant. And I gotta admit, you know, people are tired of movies that play it safe. That's what I love about BvS. BvS took risks. It did not play it in any way, shape, or form safe. And that's what I find beautiful about it, you know. I'm going to go into the Palestinian stuff. I'm mostly going to talk about action. I'm going to also bring some awareness to some things that have happened since then. Things have really gotten bad in Palestine, but there's much we can do and much we have to do. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time going into too much detail on this. You can always go to my Twitter and have a look around. But I just want to I want to get to it real quick. First of all that's going on here right now with Israel and the US and the UK doing operations in Palestine with assistance of Turkey and Saudi Arabia and the UAE. I want to say right now, categorically, both we as individual citizens of the world and also the world leaders are not doing enough. And that goes for me in my own individual country of Trinidad and Tobago, that I should push my government in whichever way possible I can to immediately suspend all, this means a trade embargo on all goods and services that are in any way associated with Israel. Period. I don't care if it's associated with the genocide or not. All trade with Israel stops. All trade with the United States of America stops immediately. Immediately. If you're selling oil to America, stop selling. This is what we need to do. I have to pressure my government to ensure that they withdraw all diplomatic relations from the United States of America and all diplomatic relations from Israel and all diplomatic relations from any country that is still complicit and endorsing and supplying arms or munitions to Israel. That needs to happen immediately for my country. Also needs to put out a statement condemning the war in Palestine, in Gaza, and the genocide going on there, and unequivocally not in any way wanting to be involved in any way with any of the countries that are complicit in that. That needs to happen in my country, and all leadership needs to know that. So that's what I do on my end in my country, because I'm not doing enough. This is something so serious that we need to take these measures. Furthermore, all countries in the world, it's time for us as the people, citizens of the world, to put pressure on these people and all businesses to stop all to have a trade embargo or suspend all trade with Israel. Now, I want to be very, very clear. It is time for the Turkish people to put immense pressure on the government to shut down the pipeline that supplies oil and gas to Israel. In addition, they also need to stop all trade with Israel. Now, Erdogan said that he stopped all trade with Israel, but then behind the back, and he was trying to do trade, and the people came and they carried out strikes, and then they even sabotaged some of the stuff, and they forced people to offload the vessels and so on. It's time for the people to get very rowdy out here. It's time to flex our muscles. It's all about the numbers. Inside of the United States of America, it's important that the people put pressure on the companies involved in trading arms, in supplying food and nutrients to the IDF, who has any involvement in the settlers and the settlers in settled places. It's time that the whole entire world penalizes and isolates the United States and Israel because they're conducting a genocide right now in Palestine. It's important that no trade is done with them. None. It's time to cut off all trade to them. And if the leaders are afraid of victimization, then you better be afraid of us, because we'll overthrow you. And we will overthrow you by whatever means necessary. Okay? Because if you're not afraid of us, you're afraid of the United States, may hell befall you. Because of your cowardness, because of your non-decisive action, this is going on. And I don't give a fuck what influence Israel has, or America, or the UK, and their special forces, and their intel on anybody. It is time to put your feet down until they comply completely with international law. Not another cent, not another penny is to be sent their way. Withdraw your diplomats from their country and let the rest of the world carry on and do what they do. This must start immediately. And any company, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, Starbucks, you know them. There are many of them, especially if they're American companies. And that's why you can squash it down. You stop buying from them, period. This is what I suggest to people in your country. Buy local. Buy what your country produces. Buy regional. Buy what your region produces. Once the companies in the region are not in any way affiliated with Israel or with the United States of America, in the sense of they're supplying the war machine with stuff, then it's okay to use the products. I use mostly localized products. I have stopped buying foreign products. That's not even going to happen. People come in the street and they ask me for Coca-Cola. I say, why would you want to put that garbage in your system? I sell drinks. They come asking me for Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola is a product that's very addictive. And these stupid people don't realize Coca-Cola and Pepsi funds the war machine. It funds genocide. It also funds fascism. What is happening in America today is fascism, straight and plain. And there's a way to take action on that as well. This is not a time for people to go along with anything or to be confused. Decisive action is necessary. You need to get your veterans together. You need to get the military on your side, because you may just have to overthrow the government of the United States of America. You may just have to do that, because both the Democrats and the Republicans are complicit in what is happening. And a lot of laws are being broken. And laws should not be broken. And the federal government has no fucking say on individuals inside of states. That is for the states to do. The federal government's trying to override and tell universities what to do. They're micromanaging, which has never been their job. The federal government that's not the federal government's job. They are abducting people and putting them in concentration camps, either in the US or in San Salvador. They're not deporting them back to their countries, their respective countries. That's not happening. Which is not in accordance with the Alien Act. So they're violating their own laws. They're not listening to the courts. So it is time to take up arms and make them feel you. It is that time. You have to stop them. If they won't respect law, then it means no one needs to respect law. Which means you have to protect yourself. Otherwise, you will go the way of all the other democracies which fell under to this autocratic system and dictatorship. There are some Americans who will go along with this, but they are not the majority. If you like your freedom and you like your freedom of speech, all of you who carry weapons need to take up arms. If ICE comes to your door as a citizen or whatever, and they come knocking on your door, you make sure you have arms. And do not stand down. Don't let them arrest you because it's illegal what they're doing. Therefore, you have the right to defend yourself by any means necessary. They're looking for a Chinese young lady, but they're being bullies, and it brought to everybody's attention what they're trying to do to people who have been protesting this thing. And it's clearly Israel's behind this. So it's time to vice grip them. They really are in pain now. They're executing this plan, this desperate plan, violating all laws. Israel has been violating international law. Every single law you could think of, they're violating. And America is doing the same. And now America is violating the law in their own country. So, as a result of that, it is time to take up arms. It is time for a civil war. If that's what they want, that's what they're going to get. But Americans, you do not, by any means, cave into this. The people at the top and people who have been infiltrated into different organizations, they will conform because they are paid to do so. You have to, as the people, overthrow them, destroy them if you have to, because they're compromised. You go hard and you go hard and fast now. There is no middle ground. A violation of the law allows for martial law, in which case all people can pick up arms and do what they have to do. And if they want to go there with them. But don't back down. If you're a military and you need to defect in the interest of freedom, do so. Don't follow their orders. Now, with respect to Khalil and several other individuals now that have ICE is looking for DHS, etc., Homeland Security. They call themselves Homeland Security, but they're the mob. This is what you're going to do. I told you need protection. I told you the people who can protect you are the veterans. They're the ones that you have to rely on. The veterans right now are striking as we speak as well. They're tactical. If you need a reconnaissance mission, that is to say, you need to go in there and get the hostages out. You have people who are specialized in doing that. They can find Khalil where he is, and they can extract him from ICE and anybody else who's in there. You have military people who are on your side and are itching to join this thing. But you guys have to have a plan. You have to have covert operations, and you're behind the ball. And they're ahead of the ball right now. Trump and his devious people, including Elon Musk. I heard a veiled threat to one of the senators when she criticized Elon Musk. That veiled threat, the person who made that veiled threat, just remember it's recorded in the archives. The digital media has it, and it will be used, and you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. The law will be maintained. And a lot of you guys are going to go down as criminals when it's all said and done. So this is what needs to be done to Israel. It's all about money. It's all about taking away their fuel. What they're doing to the Palestinians is they've created a siege. No food can go to them. They have nowhere to go, no shelter, no place to stay. The Hind Rajab Foundation marks and labels with an X every single individual who participates in this genocide. They also will have nowhere to go without being marked. And it's about time you guys don't welcome them in to any territory where they find out they're IDF soldiers. You go back the way you came. You will be unwelcome. You feel very uncomfortable. Make them feel uncomfortable. Make them feel like Nazis that they are. It's time. They started this thing. We didn't start it. We were living in a peaceful world. They started this. And now they're going to feel the wrath of the people. And we will not forgive. And we will not forget. We're coming for you. Now, as the wars close in on Israel and its accomplishing crimes in America, it makes us wonder, Adolf Hitler in Nazi Germany couldn't get away with what he was doing without complicity in Europe and sympathy, even empathy for what was going on. And while we know that the Jews were doing pretty much the same thing to other people in the Bolsheviks, I must say, I see why that happened the way it did. Racism, white supremacy is to be held at all costs. And it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. You were watching the dying moments of white supremacy. You're watching the dying moments of the American empire and Western empires. They're thrown for a loop. There's chaos going on, and they're turning on each other. Israel's eating itself out. There's a lot of chaos and comments going on in Israel itself right now. The economy's in shit. It's America holding up the economy. That's why they give them a couple billions. It's not enough. America's giving them some shiny new weapons. But the soldiers are fatigued. Soldiers are committing suicide in Israel. They're committing suicide. I want to show you guys a couple things about this. But first, yes, they killed him. They finally killed him. Hossam Shabbat. That's right. Hossam Sabat, also known as Shabbat. Ask yourself, how does he have a name Shabbat? It's because he's Jewish, ladies and gentlemen. He has Jewish roots. He's a Semite in the full sense of the Semite. He may have a Muslim religion. He may be Muslim, but he has Jewish blood in him. They killed a Jew. You want to talk about anti-Semitic? This kid is a Jew. Look at his fucking name. He was 23 or 21. And he faithfully did his job. Now they want to label him as a sniper. Where the fuck is he going to find time to snipe anybody? You dumb fucks. They targeted him because he was a sniper. No, you fucking asshole. You're the sniper. And you targeted him. Are we idiots? You think we can't see with our two eyes? This guy, all he does is report. He got a microphone, there's a cameraman, and he reports on different things, and he's exposing the bullshit that you're doing there. He in no way is a terrorist. He was one of the kindest motherfuckers out there. And you killed him. And you killed the other guy. And you will pay. You will pay. We're coming for you. We are coming for and we will get you. Just as how the Snyderverse will be restored, Palestine will be free. And we know you nasty evil elements will be scattered all around the world, still trying to do your evil. You'll even try to assassinate people like myself after Israel is brought down. A lot of you will be fugitives running all around the world, looking for haven in places like Argentina. We know where you'll be, but we will hunt you down. I promise you that. And that's not me speaking. That's a spirit speaking. We will hunt you down. We will find you. And we will try you and bring you to justice. And you will be punished for every single act you did. I promise you that. We're coming for you. We will not forget, and we will not forgive. Every last one of you. From Mr. George Bush Jr. all the way down. Every last one of you pedophilic, Satan-worshiping, evil demons, we're going to get you. I promise you that. We're coming for you. The blood of the innocent, the blood of the holy has been spilt, and it cries out to the Most High in heaven, and he sees, and he watches the prince of this world as he wields his evil hand. But this young man, Hossam Shabbat, he's a hero. He's one of the good guys. But you are evil, and your empire is evil, and it will fall. I promise you that. Whether it falls now or 3 years from now, it will fall. I love all these people. Mama Schwab parody. So many. Just to alert everybody. Ethnic cleansing continues, this time in the dark while Israel just bombed Syria again. And by the way, they're bombing as we speak Gaza. My good friend Omar and Mohammed, my heart goes out to you and your families. Shout out also to my good Israeli friends up in Israel who are fighting the good fight there, and they're getting victimized for it. So glad I could continue communications with you. You're telling me there's dark times over in Israel. They're calling for blood. I hear it. My friends in Tel Aviv talk about it. They feel it's a matter of time, and they think it's a ticking bomb that will explode. They're worried that nuclear war could happen over the horizon. They're also worried for their safety in the place that they call Israel. Mainly because bombs keep on coming in their direction with missiles, both from Yemen and Iraq. Israel is under attack constantly. Nobody's talking about that. No journalist is talking about that. They say Israel is the victim. Well, why aren't you talking about their victimhood? Being the Houthis are fucking them over with missiles that are getting through their Iron Dome and bombing different places. And so the Israelis, they can't even leave Israel. See, the Houthis are playing a chess game. Oh, you trapped all these Gazans inside of Gaza. You don't want them to leave. You hold them siege. You don't want them to eat food. Okay. Well, fuck you. Now that fucking ship's going to go across the Red Sea that goes to Israel. We're going to bomb all of them. We're going to sink them. And on top of that, you're not going to get to leave Israel anymore. That luxury, no. You said this is your land and stay the fuck put. Don't go anywhere. because we're bombing Ben Gurion from here on in. Ben Gurion's going to get bombed. And that's what they're doing. And also the Iraqis are doing the same thing. They're taking the fight to them now, and they're intensifying. Because what they don't realize is both Hamas, the Houthis, and Hezbollah have been holding back. They've been holding back, and the Iraqis. They have not emptied the clip on them yet. So they keep on. Nobody's talking about that. I see everybody talking about all kinds of other things. But Israel's being attacked. And by Hamas as well. Not as often as the Houthis, but they are launching missiles into Israel as well. Now, they talk about the Palestinian journalists who are being picked off one by one. What they're not talking about is the international journalists who are still trapped in Palestine, and also the medical people who are trapped in Palestine. We have medical people from outside, from America, from the UK, from different parts of the world, who went back into Palestine during the ceasefire to proceed to do medical things, and they're trapped in Palestine right now. And I don't know how many of them are alive right now. How many of them have been abducted is another question. We don't know. But it's not just the Palestinian journalists. It's not just certain journalists who have sneaked in there. But it's also, and by the way, I don't know if anybody knows, but there are also Israeli people inside, literally Israelis, who are inside of Palestine. And they're trapped in Gaza in the West Bank and also in Gaza. There are Israeli journalists in there. You think Israel's playing? Let me tell you something. So there's a couple things y'all don't know, and I'm gonna just give you a little heads up, okay, from the information. There are also Israeli journalists who have gone down into the West Bank right now, and they're there. Their lives are in danger because they're also working along with Palestinian journalists there. And there is not an Israeli journalist, but an Israeli person who is also inside of Gaza at this point in time. Nobody's talking about this. Okay? Now, trapped in Gaza, actually. Now, Israel knows about this, but the world doesn't know about this. Okay? Now, there's another thing you need to understand. They're transmitting information, and the reason these Israelis went to Palestine, by the way, there are also Israelis who are in the West Bank, and they're like Peace Corps kind of guys, former soldiers and so on, who are still there. And one of them has been accosted by the settlers. The settlers beat him up really, really badly. That was last year. There's still more of them in there, and now they've realized they need to take more initiative. So more of them will be moving to the West Bank. More of them will be trying to get into Gaza, even if they have to be smuggled in. Okay? And what is happening is they're still documenting things. What people don't understand, and Israel doesn't fucking understand, is the Gazans and the people in Gaza, it's not just what you think it is now. Okay? And while they're doing their special operations and so on, and they're trying to kill out all the Gazans or get them to move, and they're trying to kill out all of the resistance there, what you guys don't know is that every fucking thing is being documented as we speak. We have civilians who have taken over the role of the press, who cover bits and pieces of things that are happening there in real time, and we get it in our Twitter feeds. But also, in addition, there are Israelis in there. I want you guys to understand something. The narrative is that Gaza only has Arabs and they're only Islamic. That's bullshit. I can discount that. Now, a lot of the so-called Palestinians that are being killed, a lot of them are also Israelis or related to Israelis, family members of Israelis. And this is serious. I'm very serious here. Literally, they're Jewish people in Palestine. And listen, I know it sounds strange, but it is. They assimilated themselves into Palestine. They became Muslims, or they became Christians, or they became something else. They're not Jews. They don't practice Judaism right now. But they're there. And the evidence for that is the blue-eyed, blonde-haired motherfuckers you see. Those are Ashkenazi descendants. They're European descendants. You don't got no fucking blue-eyed, blonde-eyed Arabs. Blonde hair, blue-eyed Arabs. You don't have that. So when you see any fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed looking kids or adults, they have family in Israel. I'm saying this again so that these fucking people would understand that this shit is, listen, when the mark bursts, when the truth comes out, motherfuckers gonna have a lot of explaining to do. A lot of fucking explaining to do. And we will listen. And if it don't meet the mark, we may execute your ass. We don't know what will happen, but you gonna be marked. And we want every last one of you evil motherfuckers, every last one of you Satan worshiping motherfuckers. We know who you are. We know who you are. And we're coming for you. You think I'm playing? I'm serious when I say that. We're coming for you. Not one of you will escape. So anyway, be very afraid of us. You can kill me tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about us. We are coming for you. I want you to understand it because we're coming for you. And we're going to get you. So, as I said before, there are a number of people who were abducted. Dr. Hussam Abu Safir, it's supposedly that he has a serious eye injury, 4 broken ribs. They've been beating him up in prison. Okay, have your fun because your time is coming. All the people who have been damaging this man and torturing this man and they've detained this man so this man can't be going free because you want to make sure that he is destroyed for doing good. Demonic stuff. You got your time to. Besides that, we know hell's just waiting for you too. So you're going to spend eternity in pain and suffering. But we ain't going to even talk about what the Most High going to do to you because we're going to find you. We're going to find you. And when we find you, we're going to make sure you get brought to justice. There will be no part on the globe, on the earth you will walk where you will escape us. We're going to find you. Elon Musk thinks he can get away with what he's doing. No, Elon, we're coming for you too. We're coming for all of you. All of you. We haven't assembled 8 billion of us yet. It's only 4 billion, but it's about to get bigger. We're coming for you. You're not going to escape. Glenn Greenwald says J.D. Vance in the War Chat group argued that restarting Biden's bombing campaign in Yemen was a mistake given how little U.S. interest there is, what one might call the America First view. But longtime militarists were too excited to use their new positions to bomb someone. You're trying to walk back J.D. Vance? No, my friend, you're complicit as well. First of all, Ansarallah did the right thing. They followed international law. They're legally in the right now, and you bombed them. You bombed them. They are preventing a genocide, and you bombed them. No. You're in J.D. Vance. You're part of them. Don't try to disassociate yourself. You see, Trump is right now trying to disassociate himself from all the abductions that's just recently happened, and he's putting it all on. He knows. He knows. It's a ticking time bomb in the United States right now. He knows. To put that on Marco Rubio. He's smart enough to understand he better distance himself from what Marco Rubio is doing. Because guess what? See all those MAGA people? They stormed the Capitol before. And they have no problem storming it again. Trust me, they don't have a problem. And those, you see, there's something about Americans, they love their freedom. They love their guns. But the minute they realize something shady's going on, wait a minute, freedoms are taken. All right, you just abducted a residents. Wait a minute, wait. This is not we were talking about guys with visas, like student visas. You were rejected. But wait a minute, hold on. Where is where's the green card holder? Where is he right now? What are you doing to him? Wait a minute. If they're doing that to them, why wouldn't they do that to us? What the fuck? And now you have civil war. Yeah, Donald Trump knows what's going on, and he's trying to wiggle his way through it. Okay? And I'm telling you, the resistance isn't from the Democrats, those sons of bitches, because they want that to happen. They want the world to be that way. That's what Biden was doing. He was grinning and smiling, that nasty motherfucker, because he knew Donald Trump would continue what he was doing. And those nasty, disgusting Democrats, those sleazeballs, they want this to happen. It's the Republicans who are striking back. It's amazing. The Republicans are not taking this shit at all. You see, you thought it was overseas. You thought Palestine was way on the other side of the world. That won't affect me. It's just about America. Let's just focus on Americans. It's affecting you now. It's affecting you now. Because see, what they chose to do, what they're doing with Palestine right now, is what they intend to do to you. It comes full circle. It's up to you to ensure it never happens. And it's up to you to free Palestine, but not just free Palestine. See, Palestine can be free, but yet these people can still carry out their agendas. You have to hunt them down. You have to hunt them down. Otherwise, we're just averting a crisis to begin a bigger crisis, like the ceasefire that we had to lead into this tremendous genocide. Now, for all you fucking cowards out there, I'm talking to the leadership who would not impose trade embargoes on Israel. It's been a year and a whole bunch of months, and your fucking ass didn't do that. To the countries that took that stand, to the countries in Europe, in Latin America, who had the balls to take that stand, I salute you. To the other countries who are so fucking coward that they haven't taken that stand, shame on you. And that includes my country. Fuck y'all. Fuck all you politicians. It's time to take a stand. You need to isolate fucking Israel. And you need to isolate the United States of America, the UK, isolate them. And whoever else is standing with them. And all the corporations and companies. But the easiest way is to isolate the countries. And I'm going to tell you why. You just decide to buy local. Don't buy anything foreign. Nothing. You do a trade embargo. That way you keep from the problem happening. Now, for the people who are in the United States of America, and you want to gut that government, you want to cripple them some more, here's what you do. In terms of purchasing power, you are the maker. You collectively are the powerhouse that drives America. You. Without you, without your purchasing power, without your taxes, America would fall tomorrow. You need to use your purchasing power. Listen to me carefully. All local businesses, all mom and pops businesses, I don't care how fucking expensive they are. Fuck Costco. Fuck Walmart. You go to every single mom and pop's business. You go to the private, the local tailor and make your clothes. You go to the local shoemaker and make your shoes. Fuck corporate America. Fuck them. You'll say, well, Walmart hires so many different people. Don't worry, they'll get work. If they start to retrench these people, if they start to fire these people, mom and pop's business will take them up because all the commerce is going to go there. Start supporting your own local people. As to taxes, go to your state. I saw one state is actually banning income tax, which is great. You're freeing the people. Shout out to that state that's doing that. Go to your state and petition your state to end income tax. That you don't have to pay income tax. And when the federal government comes down, the IRS comes down to claim your income tax, say, no, it's not legal in our state. We don't collect income tax in our state. You have to do it state by state. You have to undo this state by state. You have to undo it with people you know who are willing to stand up to the federal government and say, what the fuck are you talking about? You're so far away from us. We deal with our economy how we feel like doing it. We override you. We're not following you. When they come to arrest people, ICE comes to arrest people at their door because some fucking simp, some little snitched on you to try and get you out of there with their vindictiveness, just like a fucking Karen. What you got to do is have in place, if your state is backing you and your state is with you, you have people of the state who immediately, on hearing this, charges ICE and the DHS with abduction charges. If there's no trial, that is an abduction. And the hostages need to be brought back. And you have to sue the living shit out of the federal government. We want to destroy the federal government. We want to burn the fucking thing down. Burn the whole thing. Just like how we want to burn WB down. Fuck the federal government. Burn it down. We'll start anew. We'll get a unity between the states in a different way. But fuck the federal government. It has not been helping the people. It has been helping itself. And if the civil war has to be between the federal government and the individual states who come together to fight the federal government with the assistance of the military, so fucking be it! But it's about time we put our foot down. We have the purchasing power. We are the global power. Collectively, we have more money than any fucking elite out there. Any corporation out there. We outnumber them economically. We outnumber them in terms of military might. We outnumber them in terms of expertise. We have all the expertise. We have all the labor force. They don't have machines that can match us. Otherwise, they would replace us already. You need to take a stand. You need to make movements. The protests are good, but you need to rack them up strategically. You need to protest in front of businesses and commerces, as well as you need to protest locally and also federally. You need to start sending your message to the federal government, and an ultimatum needs to be dropped down. You try to continue abducting people and violating rights, and we will take the fucking capital back. If the federal government does not work for us anymore, we don't need it. We will burn it to the fucking ground. You have to stand and you have to speak tough. When they push at you, you must push back and show them by mass, by volume, that you mean business. And fuck all those infiltrators that have tried to come into our ranks. We will overrun them. And I promise you, every last one of those sons of bitches will be brought to justice. Every last one of them. They forgot that we also have elites on our side. We also have oligarchs on our side. And we also have some really shifty guys who, when they see the tide is switching, they switch sides because they don't give a fuck about whose side they're on once they're making money. They'll betray you in a heartbeat. And you have a whole bunch of those motherfuckers who are supporting you too. We'll take you down. We don't play. We are the world, not you. You are just people we put in power to do things, and you're fucking up. You're fucking up royally. So we'll replace you. You will be replaced. We already don't think favorably of the federal government. We already don't think favorably of most world governments. We see them as fucking sellouts and game show hosts. Sting said it a long time ago, many, many years ago. They're like fucking game show hosts to me. You're jokers. And you're fucking incompetent. You're so fucking incompetent. That's why we could take back the power. We probably could do way better than you. Way better than you. You're going down. You chose the path you chose. You could have helped the people. You could have been a blessing. You chose the demonic route. So you chose hell. We'll give you hell. We'll give you hell. We promise you that. We're coming for you. And we're not going to back down. We'll only intensify. And we'll overrun you. We see what dictatorial governments are like, what's in Egypt, now what's in Syria. We see how they butcher the people. We see how they murder the people. We see how they frighten the people. You're not going to do that to us. We're way too many. We're coming for you. I am Christ, I am disciple. I'll see you guys later. Make no mistake, everything I said there is going to happen. It won't last very long, in the sense that the peace and security that the world will look for will only last but a brief minute, because these people are notoriously difficult to destroy. And they're going to manifest and organize themselves into alternative groups. But at least you guys will be able to say, yay, for at least a day or two before they start their shit again. But mark my words, these villains will be brought to justice. And yes, they are villains.